So here we have MCV Malomerice B Team kicking off their season against Lokomotiva Brno. The guys are getting together for a good group photo before the season kicks off. For the starting lineup we have Ollie in goals, Uli, Abdallah, Dan and Sean at the back, Kieran, Ashmit and Jesper in the middle, with Sheikh, Chris and Marco up front. The game gets off to a start, the ball goes back to Abdallah and he decides to pass it straight to the linesman on the side of the pitch. A fantastic start to the game and a fantastic start to the season. So there's a bit of a chance for the throw in afterwards. Dan hesitates a bit with the bounce and the striker gets a shot off, but Ollie actually makes a really good save. Chris can't really get it under control, it's running away from him. The guy gets the ball in the box and Ollie is there to catch it nicely and calm everyone down a bit. Bit of a shaky start for the boys. So the ball's bouncing in the middle here. Christian and Chris are trying to control it. Chris eventually does and he finds Ashmit. Ashmit with a nice little ball into Kieran, who finds Sheikh out wide on the left with acres of space. He's got a really good run from Uli on his left and Ashmit sees it, but Uli just decided to stop the run at the last moment. It was almost beautiful. So Kieran finds the ball again in the middle here, dribbles past one, dribbles past two and finds Uli out in the left back position. He's going to cut it onto his right foot and he gets a beautiful ball into the box. It's deflected and the defender nearly puts it into his own net. The goalkeeper was panicking there, I think. So Uli takes the resulting corner and another amazing ball in the box that he almost scores from. That would have been an amazing start to the season. So still 0-0. We're starting to get a couple of chances flowing now. Sheikh crosses the ball to the back post and it's headed out and Dan decides to have a go. High and wide, but it was definitely worth an effort. Unlucky. So Sean's looking for an option here. He tries to find one in Christian. The ball bounces through to Marco and a beautiful outside of the foot pass to Sheikh to make it 1-0. What a finish. Season is underway, 1-0. Well done, Sheikh. And look at this ball from Marco, outside of the foot. Sheikh is perfectly onside. We've got some amateur VAR here at MCV, so thought I would just include that, just to show what a beautiful run that was. So Ollie's going to launch it upfield here. Ashmit with a beautiful little chest into Christian. The ball finds its way through to Sheikh, out on the left hand side. He's going to cut inside to his right foot, chip it into the box, and there's the captain, Marco. He nips in front of the defender, gets a glancing header right to the back post. A beautiful header. 2-0, Malomerice. So we're starting for the back here. We play it out to Dan. Dan plays it in the middle to Kieran, who's always looking for the ball, always ready for it. He plays it out wide to Ashmit. It's a bit of a heavy touch. Abdallah and Ashmit both hesitate to go for the ball there, and not sure what happened. This guy skips past 1, 2, 3 identical challenges. Number 7 out on the left gets the ball in the middle. Ollie's pouncing on top of it. The defenders are trying to kick it away. It's a bit of a mess back there. Everyone's throwing their bodies on the line. We still cannot get the ball away. He's in the box. And it's over. So we're going to get it away here. Abdallah calmly plays it out to Sheikh on the left hand side. Sheikh takes a beautiful touch and leaves the defender for dead, literally lying on his back. Plays a nice ball through for Marco, who's looking for his second. Little toe poke, and the goalkeeper saves it with a toe poke of his own. Unlucky, boys. So we've got Ashmit in the middle here. He finds a nice ball out wide to Chris, who is looking for Kieran in the middle. Kieran receives it and plays a beautiful pass to Christian, who's running out on the right hand side channel. He gets the ball in the box for Sheikh. Just couldn't control it. So we're fighting for the ball here. Sean wins it cleanly in my opinion, but for some reason the ref decides to give a free kick in a very dangerous area. So let's see what happens here. Can the boys defend it? Can we clear our lines? Can we make a wall? Yes, we can. And we have decided to put the smallest man on the pitch on the side of the wall, and Christian, it goes right over him. Ollie makes a good save, but he somehow dived over the ball. I think he somehow rolled over it. managed to lose grip of the ball. It was scrambling about in the middle and their striker scrambled it over the line. So the ball's going to be played out to Chris. He gets a nice header onto Marco, who takes a beautiful touch and leaves the defender for dead. He's through on goal. He decides to cut it back to Sheikh, who takes a touch, and his strike is deflected. Unlucky boys. And we've got Chris on the edge of the box with a beautiful shot. I thought that was finding the far corner for a second. Bet you did as well. So we'll play it for the back again. Dan's going to launch it long. He's looking for Sheikh up there. He manages to find Marco. Oh, that was almost his second goal. We are really knocking at the door here. We just can't seem to get that third goal. We've got Kieran in the middle, driving forward at the defence, looking for options. He decides to go for one himself. Unlucky. Their defender's going to try and play it out to the left winger, and Sean, with a brilliant interception, claims that ball as his own. He plays it out to Chris on the right, who swings it into the middle for Marco, who scores his second header of the game to make it 3-1. Beautiful ball by Chris, brilliant header by Marco, 3-1 up. So Chris is going to find Sean. Sean with a nice little ball infield to Kieran. Kieran's just brilliant on the ball. He very rarely gets dispossessed. Chris finds Marco in the box and he's managed to find his way through. Chris has now found his way to the byline. Can't get it past the first defender. There's a bit of a back and forth of headers in the box. Uli is out on the left. The defenders are going to try and clear it now. Clears it right to Ashmet, who takes a beautiful touch with his chest and finds the far corner with a magnificent strike to make it 4-1. Absolutely brilliant. The celebration there as well. Congratulations to Ashmet, who has just recently became a father. What a way to celebrate. The ball's in the box. Kieran almost scores a bit of an own goal there. Ollie is there to gather the ball, keep things calm and composed. He's going to try and slow things down here. He's already got the ball on the ground. And he kicks it straight at our defenders, who both decide to leave it and let it run past them. Let's just see that again. So Ollie scuffs his kick. It goes straight to our centre defenders. They both look at the ball and let it go past them. And we have just absolutely invited a chance onto ourselves from the goalkeeper's possession. Gets the strike away. Dan's there to block it. Didn't matter in the end, but I thought I would include that because that was pretty hilarious. So we're pressing them high up the field here. Chris and Marco are doing a brilliant job. Marco has played Chris through to make it 5, and the keeper manages to get a hand on it and make a good save. So Dan's going to be wrestling with a striker here. He manages to win the ball. Sean plays it back to Abdallah, but the striker is pressing well. He's through on goal. He strikes it for the edge of the box and it smashes off the crossbar. Back out to Abdallah, who can't control it. They're still on the attack here. We still can't get the ball away. It's chipped over to the back post and Abdallah manages to clear his lines. So we've got Sheikh out on the left here. He finds Marco, who decides to have a go, and why not? He's looking for the hat-trick, and the keeper spilled it. It went over his head onto the crossbar and out for a corner. So we've got a free kick again for Lokomotiva Brno. He's going to take a strike. It bounces right off the industrial Irishman, which is Kieran, and that is half-time. 4-1 to Malomerice. So as second half gets underway, we're going to be starting with a chance straight away for us. Marco picks up the ball, skips past 2 defenders, and he's broke free on the right wing. He's got Jesper waiting alone in the middle. Jesper takes a strike, it hits the post, it hits the goalkeeper, and it hits the back of the net to make it 5-1 to Malomerice B Team. So we're going to have a corner straight from the training ground here. Chris plays it along the ground for Kieran, who does a little chip to the front post. The keeper manages to save it and the defenders manage to clear it. So here we have a very peculiar situation. So the ref has decided to stop the game. He obviously didn't like something that the goalkeeper said to him. So as he's just seen, he's gave him a yellow card. But he wants him to come over for a discussion. He's not finished with him yet. And he decides to change his mind. and give the goalkeeper a red card. He obviously did not like something that was said. So Lokomotiva apparently down to 10 men, but look what happens next. So the linesmen are called over to confer with the ref. The Lokomotiva players are conferring with the ref as well. It seems the goalkeeper is still on the pitch. Nobody really knows what's going on, and as you can see now, the goalkeeper is retreating back to his goal, and we are all confused about what's going on. Was it a red card or not? And it turned out it was not. The ref decided to change his mind, and that is just Czech Sunday League for you in a nutshell. So we're on the attack here again. Ashmet plays out to Sheikh on the left, who cuts inside. Really should be hitting the target there, but we are 5-1 up, so it can be forgiven. A good chance nonetheless. So the ball comes through here. Ollie tries to slide out for it. The grass is too dry for him. Dan makes a goal line clearance with his chest, putting his body on the line. Fantastic stuff. So we've got Kieran again in the middle here. He's going to be looking for Chris down that right hand side, and Chris with a beautiful little Brazilian flair touch there through the legs of the defender wins a throw in further up the pitch. Amazing stuff. So we've got a triple substitution. Ziad, Matt Smith, the A Team gaffer, and Wojciech coming on. Another chance for Lokomotiva here. He's broke through, he chips it over the keeper and heads it over the line and into the net, but the ref had already given offside, so we got away with one there. Free kick in a dangerous area for Lokomotiva. Strikes it, and to be fair, that is a very well hit free kick. It's just wide of the post. We've got Marco again breaking free on the right hand side. He's got Ziad in the middle. He decides to go for it himself and smashes it into the side netting. Unlucky Marco. Another sub, we've got Ashmet going off for Emmanuel Opoku to make an appearance. And we've got a crunching tackle here from Abdallah to finish the game. There is the final whistle. What a start to the season. (5-1) to Malomerice. Could not ask for a better result. Well done, boys.